What's your most memorable experience that you had playing basketball?
Can I give you guys two?
Yeah,
of course. Go ahead.
Here in Spain, we played the final of the Spanish national championship against Real Madrid. So it's Barcelona against Real Madrid, which is a
El Clásico.
Yeah. And we were the underdogs, and we end up winning. And then in the States, something similar happened. We played for the Pennsylvania, state championship against a huge team, and it was like NBA stars, So yeah, we played against them, and we also won. So it was also a huge experience. So I couldn't choose between the two.
Yeah, I get that. So actually, I had two big wins. One in Spain, and then one in the US.
I love to win,
Yeah, I mean.
Hola, buenos dias, guys. I hope y'all hablo español, because today we've got someone straight from Barcelona to your screens.
Yes, we do. The man himself, Tresco Ball. There we have him. Good to have you.
How you guys doing?
I'm great. I'm great. How are you? That's more important.
I'm good. I'm happy to be here in Amsterdam.
We're happy to have you.
Okay, well, for the people that don't know you yet, if you're into basketball, you should, by the way. But tell the people a little bit about yourself.
All right, so I'm a basketball content creator. I used to play a little bit, not that good, but so 7 years ago I started, creating content and doing YouTube videos till now. So here we are.
Here we sure are. So because you played when you were younger, right? You played professional basketball yourself.
A little bit, yeah. I played in Barcelona, yeah.
FC Barcelona in the youth, right?
Yep.
Then you went to the States.
You got it right. You got everything.
I did my research. But you went to the US to play. How did you get scouted? How did that come about?
Right. So I used to play, as you said, at FC Barcelona, and you got very exposed. And because they didn't want me anymore, let's be true. So they kicked me out. And I was like, what's the best place in the world to play? And my idea was to go to the States. So I got in contact with an agency, blah, blah, blah. And as I spent 2 years, amazing years in Philly, playing high school basketball. Yeah.
Hey.
Sounds good. Sounds good. That sounds like a big transition, going from Spain to the United States to play ball.
Yeah, I was very young. I was 16 years old, and for me it was I used to live with my parents. I was leaving my house very, very young, and I didn't speak English, so it was tough. But at the same time, I learned so much about myself. I think about the American culture and so many positive things about that.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I loved it.
Sounds good. So then back in 2017, you kind of did an early retirement from playing basketball and you shifted into content creation about basketball. How did that come about? What got you inspired to doing content?
Yeah, that was, I've explained this story so many times, but just because I really don't know how the idea came, but the thing is, I just want to stop playing basketball. I had, some tough times also. But I want to be connected to basketball still, So I have one of my best friends used to do soccer content, and I was like, I like it, And nobody's doing this in basketball terms in Spain. So my idea was like, all right, let's do what he's doing. But, speaking about basketball, my story, my crazy stories about, playing in Barca against, Luka Doncic or this kind of stories. And people just really liked it. And that's how we got into it.
And now he has 390,000 subscribers on YouTube, guys.
Big round of applause for that, eh?
Thank you so much.
What would you say is the biggest difference between playing in Spain versus playing in the US?
It's very different. So European basketball is very different to American basketball.
Yeah.
It's very much more of a team tactic here in Spain, in Europe, and the Americans are much more of like myself. For me, it was tough. The transition was different. I used to be a point guard, just passing the ball around, and in the States that doesn't really exist that much. But they are much more. Technically, physically are much better. So one-on-one, they are just amazing.
I can imagine.
So it was different, and the vibes of the game, and also when you're in high school, you're looking for a scholarship. So everyone's looking for their scholarship. And it's natural. You can understand, but at the same time, that makes that as a team. Doesn't work that well. And here.
The US really said there is an I in team, and it's me.
Exactly.
For
sure.
All right, so you played in Barcelona in the youth, moved to the States, what's your most memorable experience that you had playing basketball?
Can I give you guys two?
Yeah,
of course. Go
So
ahead.
I have to decide between my best experience in Spain or the States. All right,
You don't have to.
all right.
Tell us.
I'll tell you. So I am a competitor, so I love to compete and to play and to win. So here in Spain, we played the final of the Spanish national championship against Real Madrid. So it's Barcelona against Real Madrid, which is a
El Clásico.
Yeah.
And also it was Luka Doncic, which is now a NBA superstar, was playing for Real Madrid, and we were the underdogs, and we end up winning. So for me,
There we go.
it was my last experience in Barcelona, and also we won. So for me, it's huge, and one of the most viral videos I have in my YouTube channel.
Oh, amazing.
Sick. So you went over the bang.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
you won everything and then you stopped playing.
And then left.
Yeah, then left.
And then in the States, something similar happened. We played for the Pennsylvania, state championship
Yeah.
against a huge team, and like it was like NBA stars, like Mo Bamba, Mo
Yeah,
Bamba.
of
Yeah,
course,
yeah.
of course.
So yeah, we played against him, and we also won. So it was also a huge experience. So I couldn't choose between the two.
The two.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. So actually, I had two big wins. One in Spain.
Yep.
And then one in the US.
I love to win,
Yeah, I mean,
and I hate to
kinda
lose
have
so
to.
Yeah. He said, let me take this internationally.
Yes.
not just winning in Spain, also in the States.
In the States.
Yeah,
Oh,
for sure.
sick.
So I would take those two.
All right, so those two. So, bouncing off of that, now doing content, what are you up to right now?
All right, so 7 years, I've done so much stuff, different stuff. Talked about NBA, I talked about, I've done challenges, I've done everything. But as an experience, I wanted to do something bigger and ask for the community. So I created this show. It's called Ballers, and basically what we do is we take 6 players. We do like a national draft, or and pick the 6 best, and we travel around the whole country and playing against locals, and we do like a show about it. So after every game, we go to example, we go to Madrid, we play, crowd goes crazy, and then go back to Barcelona. We do like a TV show like this, and we debate about the game, right?
Ah, nice.
And at the end of the 6 episodes of the 6 cities, there's one winner, which takes the money prize and
Wow.
comes back next year. Yeah.
Wow.
yeah.
Sick,
So
sick.
it's become something very popular.
Sure.
And first 2 years, FootLocker was the main sponsor, so thankful for them, to make this happen. Yeah, for sure.
There you go. Yeah.
Shout out to FootLocker.
Last year, the first city was Barcelona, actually, and we make it happen at the same time as home court events, which I think we'll talk about later.
Okay.
But yeah, it was so nice because we linked up the communities from FootLocker as the Ballers community, and we did like it was such a sick afternoon for everyone.
Oh, that's amazing. That's so special.
Well, getting back to the community that you were talking about earlier, you have like a big following, right? You have like 390,000 followers or subscribers on YouTube. How do you engage with all your like supporters, I would say?
Yeah, sometimes you feel like you don't ever give enough to them, because at the end, my career is built up on people giving you attention. It's really that crazy. So for me, doing this also was about getting closer to them, right?
Yeah.
When I go to Malaga, when I go to Mallorca, and I'm there, they can come watch me and touch me and have some pictures with me. And for me, it's the way to give back.
Yeah, I get that. So
everyone
just being out there.
Yeah, just being out there and just like talking to people. People sees us as a figure that it's so far from them, but then when they see you, just like a regular dude, which is I like basketball and I just do content, so
Absolutely.
for me it's a way to give back to them.
Yeah.
Such a humble guy.
Yeah,
Such a humble guy, this guy.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Summer's around the corner. It's getting a little bit warm outside. If you haven't noticed, go outside, please. But you know what that means, and if you don't know, I'm gonna tell you. Summer means FootLocker home court tournaments. If that doesn't ring any bells, I'm gonna tell you once again. FootLocker is hosting various basketball tournaments all around Europe. We have Paris,
London,
Milan.
Rotterdam.
And don't forget Barcelona, which is the first one in a couple of days.
So make some noise for FootLocker's home court tournaments. So we want to see you guys there. But I have a question for you. You've been before.
Yes.
Twice, if I'm not
Twice.
mistaken.
Yep.
Well, tell our viewers a little bit about your experience.
All right, so it's basically, I say it's a party as a basketball fan and for the culture of streetball basketball. You just go there and spend like the whole day, afternoon. There's like shows, games, competition. So it's just so much fun. And
Nice.
I invite everyone that's around any city that you guys said to go and check it out.
Are you going to be at Barcelona?
Yes, I have to.
You have to.
I can't miss it. 3 in a row.
Obviously not.
Yeah.
Obviously not. Going for the third one.
Yes.
All right, guys. So if you don't want to miss any of these tournaments, go check our description. All the dates are in there with the cities. We're going near you. So come by, please. We'll see you there.
Bye. Yo guys, muchas gracias for watching today's video.
Leave a comment, like the video, subscribe to our channel.
And we'll see you this summer at the home court tournaments.
Make sure to check out Tresco's page and see you next time.